So let me show you what I did. I used this fogging oil because my bolts were rusted and they were hard to open, so I put a little bit of fogging oil, left it there for a few minutes, and then I started working on it. So it worked really well, and now we can open up the bolts and replace the rotors and the brake pads on this 2006 Nissan Pathfinder 4.0 SE edition. So we can open up these bolts so we can have the caliper out. So if you see, our caliper is out, and now we can open up the bracket. I have this truck probably for 8 years, 9 years, and haven't driven it a lot. Only probably like 40,000 miles. And the rear brakes, I never changed them. So this is the first time I'm doing it. Since it's so rusted, hard to come off, but this is how it comes off. And the brakes were almost gone, as you can see. The brakes were gone, see, totally gone. I was feeling it. Now the next thing is to take out this rotor. So one thing about the Nissan Pathfinder, you have a hole over here, and in the hole there's a adjuster for the brake shoes, because these come with the brake shoe. And what you got to do, you got to lose up the brake shoe from there. Once you lose up, you can use either a screwdriver or this tool that I have. So I loosen that up. It's covered by a rubber grommet, right like this, that goes there. You remove that, you make it loose like this, and then the rotor should come off. There you go. And those are the brake shoes. If you see, those are the brake shoes. And the screw that I was talking about that you need to lose is down there. See that? That's the one you gotta lose. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna press the caliper in. So you gotta open up the reservoir for the brake fluid so the air can come out. So let's go to our brake caliper now. So this rotor that I got is from AC Delco. Cost me about $35 from Amazon. Advanced auto part price was a little bit higher. For one rotor was like about 70 bucks. So I'm gonna use the brake cleaner here as well, and then we'll go ahead and install this brake rotor right here. So that's my brake rotor now. We can install the caliper back. So we now try to put the bracket back. So that was the top. Now we're going to tie up the bottom one. Got the bottom one in. I'm going to just tie it up. Make sure it's nicely tight. The same thing with the top one. Make sure it's nicely tight. Squeeze in the caliper. I use the old brake pad, and I put that right here, and then I use C-clamp to compress the caliper back. Now you see the caliper is going in. And you got to make sure you open up the brake oil reservoir so the air can come out of here. So now if you see, our caliper is properly compressed all the way back. And to install my pads, always use disc brake quiet. Spray a little bit on it. What you do, you take your pad, the pad is in. Now you take the other side and do the same thing. You get a bit. Have our pads in there, everything is tight, so we put our caliper back, and then you maybe have to wiggle a little bit, but once it's in, you know, you're good. Make sure you put the screw in. And make it tight. Okay. By the way, the socket size, all you have to do is now we're going to tighten this thing up, the brake caliper a little bit, and then we're done with the job. For the other side, just repeat this process. I'm not going to go over on that. So guys, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. See one or two of my other videos. I do videos on car fixing, boats, fishing, and cooking. So if you like what I do, become part of the family. So let's go ahead and tighten this up, and then we're done with the job. I'm going to put the rubber garment back. Now we put our wheel back. Whenever you put lug nuts back, make sure you put crisscross way. That's the best way to do it. So guys, like I said, if you like this video, go and see a few of my other videos. And if you like what I do, subscribe to the channel. See you sometime in another video somewhere.